Hello everyone. So in today's video I'm going to cover how to create letterhead designing and envelope designing, keeping the standard rules and regulation that has been defined for creating these design. I think let me show you the rules, and I think if we go and follow, we cannot make our client run into any problem and issue at the time of printing. So if you go and check, in the last video we had covered how to create horizontal card designing, and the same design if it comes to create a vertical card with the same design. So this is what we had done in the last video. You can check my last video. If you missed out, you can go and check description below. Down there you can find the link of all of my video. Even you can go and check my channel. So let's create. First of all, let's make out what is the exact size of letterhead. Actually, the size of the letterhead is same as the size of printed A4 size paper you generally get printed out on that. So the size is in the height it's going to be 11 and the width is going to be 8.5. Okay, let's create an artboard on right side. Let's create an artboard. So make sure. So to create the artboard, you can go and come here, take the artboard tool. Maybe you can press shift or shortcut key. Here I'm going to set it 8.5 in the width, and the height gonna be 11 inch. Okay, if you really want to change your unit setup, what you can do is you can press Ctrl R. When you find this ruler has been highlighted, you can go and right click, set to the inch. Maybe you can change from here in the property directly. So this is the design. So we are going to flow with the same design. Okay, we are going to change the design. So what we have to do is first let's create the layout. Okay, let's set the safe area, trim area, and the bleed area. So I'm going to set for trim area. Okay, I'm going to pick this dotted dashed line actually. Okay, so let's make it thick, little bit thick, and stroke I think let's make it 12. That's great. Okay, I'm gonna create one more vertical rectangle. It's gonna be our bleed area. Okay, so I don't want it to be dashed line, so let's change it to the normal straight line. Let's uncheck this. Okay, and let's create one more inside. It's gonna be our safe area. Okay, so I just created with a fake vague idea actually. Sorry, vague idea. So this is perfect. Okay, trim line always same as the standard size of our letterhead, and the safe area gonna be let's change width to the safe area. Actually 8 is the width, and the height gonna be 10.5. Okay, so let's make sure it is in the center of the main document. So select the bleed line. Okay, so width gonna be 9. It is actually standard value. You can also note down if you are following along right now to me. You can note down on the paper if you want. So it's gonna be 9 in width, and the height, width gonna be 9 and the height 11.5 actually. Let's unlink this actually. Now 5. Okay, so make sure it is also in the center. Right, this is center. Let's change its color. So we have defined the three area. The first one is safe, the second one is trim, and the last one is bleed area. So if you want to check If you want to know about why we use this area, okay, you can go and check my previous video in which I already covered what is the safe area, trim area, and bleed area. So in the last video, if you go and check, I will be elaborating these things. You can go and check. Even then, let me go through these very quickly. Safe area is always defined for making main data to be safe when your design, when your overall artwork going to be trimmed out. Okay, so what I mean to say is you have to keep your logo, icon, and text within this area. Okay, and let's talk about this trim. So this is where your letterhead, after getting printed out, going to be trimmed out. It will be trimmed out from here. Okay, you have to make sure nothing is icon and text and logo kind of stuff are not touching to this line. Okay, and what about the bleed area? Bleed area, just like actually what happened when we get something printed out. So obviously we need to cut out our any cut out the stuff from the trim area. So if we don't extend, if we just keep our background extension up to the trim area, okay, background extension up to the trim area, and we get this trimmed out. So what will happen after printing? You will have some white color edges, so some kind of thing on edge of this letter after printing out. Okay, to avoid the situation, better to take the background and extend to this bleed line. So these are the use of three area. So let's move ahead to design letterhead. So first of all, what we have to do is we have to create let me explain. In letterhead, we don't have to do much designing, because letterhead should be look very professional. It should be minimal, very less design and very less detail if possible. Okay, so I'm going to take first logo. So here I'm going to place the logo here. Obviously I cannot place some other color here, so we can do one thing. We can take this background, okay, copy and paste. You can create. So I'm going to touch this background up here. We'll do it later on. Control X. Maybe we can come to cut and paste it back by pressing and pasting back. So this is where my logo will reside actually. So let's take it down. So I'm making sure this is not going beyond this boundary. Okay, we have to confine our icon, text, and logo kind of stuff within this area. So in letterhead, we don't use name, any person name. Okay, so what we have to use, I'm going to use these detail actually. Okay, let's copy them. So we can copy these line as well. Maybe I can copy this whole, and let's ungroup. Sorry, remove this one and select and deselect this one and copy. Control X. Let's come out to the isolation mode. I was in the isolation mode by double clicking on any element. So we can have it in the side. So this is not actually, I don't like this right now. Instead, what I want to do is what we can do is I'm going to place design here, make it large, and I'm going to copy like so. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. Okay, so let's add this color in this one, and I just wanted to have this color. Okay, so let's get into the outline mode, and I just want both to go together. Okay, I'm going to add this color, and I'm making it little more dark, like so. So I'm happy with this design, and let's copy this one, place here, bring it up. Let's do one thing. Select all of these items and change color. Here we need to have in the white color, and we need to reverse color actually. So let's come into the isolation mode, make it white, and circle, add this dark color. So make it white and select the circle and add the dark color. Now you can take it there. Somewhere here I would like to have. So Control G to group it. Control G to group it. So Control G to group it. Okay, so we have to make sure all are aligned properly. So to align them, we can go to the align panel. Here I'm going to create video on align panel and other stuff. Okay, so we have to make sure these are horizontally aligned. We have to change it to the selection actually. That's why it is creating issue. That's great. Now we have to make sure the gap which is coming in between these, it could go also proper. So what we have to do is click on this one. So I think that's great. So select all of these three and enlarge them. Control G to group. We can add some separator like so. Solely depends on you, how your mind is working. So what you are going to add, which element you are going to add, solely depends on you. Whatever you like, go and add. So these are the basic concept I'm using right now here. You can also go for this. I have just added this separator to bifurcate these three text. So lastly, what we can do is we can take this logo out of it. I think take this one, just select holistic and make its color dark. Okay, I think let's add the dark line whole logo and make the logo in the center. Make it in the center. I'm going to create a watermark. Okay, so now we need to take opacity down. So here we go. Okay, so we have created a letterhead. So now we are going to create envelope design. Okay, that's gonna be very professional, very simple. So the standard size of envelope is 9.34 by 3.97. So I'm going to create this one like so. So first I think we should create take the artboard tool and create an artboard. So let's change the width to 9.34, okay, by 3.97. So this is gonna be our envelope size. So in this envelope actually we can easily insert this letterhead. Okay, so this has been meant for letterhead designing. We can easily put that into this. So let's design it. So let's define first its trim area. It's going to be of course trim area. So I'm going to pick I'm going to pick this from here. So let's create safe area inside this one. So safe area, and then I'm going to create a bleed area. So select the safe area. Size gonna be in the width, it's gonna be 9.07, and the height gonna be 3.7. Okay, 3.7. We have made mistake, I think, in the width actually. 9.07. This would be the width, and height 3.7 actually. So we have to actually unlink this. That's why actually I'm making changes over here. The changes are being in proportion reflecting here. So to avoid the situation, we have to make sure we just turn this off. So now we can try 3.7. Okay, so that's great. So select and press I key and pick color. So thickness has been too much. Let's decrease size and pick from here, and let's give it a size, proper size, standard size actually. Bleed area gonna be 9.5 in width, and in height it's gonna be 4.125. Okay, so let's define the thickness. Okay, so first of all I'm going to create a background. Obviously it's going to be white background. I'm not going, so always white background, envelope or object looks good. So I have created white background. Actually give it a white color. Okay, now we have to apply the same. Let's pick all these same stuff from letterhead. It's very easy to create, and like this take them up. So take them down. We have to reverse the color. Okay, no, we don't need to reverse color actually. That's correct. Control X, paste in front. Okay, so select all these three elements, and first of all make them touch to this boundary and to this boundary. Okay, now height, I find the height has been too much, so let's take that down till more and select these, take them down. Okay, make sure it is in the center. Okay, we left these bar here, so standing bar, let's bring them down. Better, I think, let's group them. It doesn't look into center. Oh, sorry. Let's go into the isolation mode. Let's try to make them the center. Okay, select this one and this. Okay, so now we need to have the same design. So now you might be seeing right now I have first created the visiting card. So the same design, color combination, everything are being flown in letterhead. Now I'm allowing these the same designing element in letterhead as it is. Yes, we have, whenever we are creating something for one brand, we have to make sure everything should look so identical. So don't make mistake like you are designing visiting card something else, and the designing content you are going to place in letter and envelope, that going to be very different. No, everything should flow identical in everything. Okay, so I'm going to place over here, bring it up, Control X, paste in front. What happened, I'll have to check what's going on. So Control X, paste in back. Now let's bring it up, X, paste in front. So I think let's check the layer, select this layer and paste in front. Okay, accidentally I was trying to paste this in the lower layer, that's why it was not appearing. We have to make sure it should not touch this boundary. There must be a little gap. So I think I think it's ready. So one more thing what we can do is, let's go inside this. Sorry, just go, I'm just copying the icon and paste in front. Take it here. I'm defining somewhere as a watermark in this corner actually. So take its opposite, change the color to black and take its opposite down, like so. It has been too much, it should be even more light. Yeah, then we can enlarge the size and we can have them here, maybe little more up here. So I think we are done with envelope as well. So let's make how to present to the client. Okay, first of all let's create a rectangle. Okay, so give it color, I think off-white color, and copy this one. There's no, first create, I think, white background. It should be pure white actually. And Control X, make sure we are going to paste in layer first, so it should be in the back side. Back, I think there's a lot of things we have. Paste in front, let's cut it and paste in front. I'm going to paste in this layer. Okay, so let's cut, Control X, now paste in back. Okay, here we go. Let's copy this one, don't need these to make the presentation. Control G group and place this here in the mid of this background. So make sure it is the center, and we can make it little smaller and select the background only. If it is in group, then you can press Control and then click. Come to effect panel, effect menu. Here you can go for stylize and drop shadow. Okay, so we can increase the opacity, as a blur we can increase the blur like so. Okay, here we go. So same thing, copy the background, make it small, Okay, copy this one. We don't need these three area. These were just for the reference actually. Control G for group, bring it up here. So let's go back to effect, stylize and add drop shadow. Make sure it is the center of this background. So you can this is how you can present the this designing to the client when you feel it is the final. Okay, so I'm going now I'm gonna teach you how to present make your designing presentable by using the mockup. Okay, so now let's see. So you can see I'm in the Photoshop. There are so many tabs I can show you. So these are different mockup. Okay, I'm gonna utilize this mockup. So if you want to make even more presentable to the client, so you can go for mockup. So I'm going to change this and this. So here I need to place my front of the business card. Here I need to place back of my business card. Here I will add letterhead. So first we have to make sure from where we can actually change letterhead. Let's click on this. Here we can change the letterhead. So I'll have to go back to the Illustrator and I need to copy the letterhead and then I will bring here. Let's move back to Illustrator. Here we go. Now we need to copy this actually. So let's do one more thing. I'm going to add some dummy letters. The size is gonna be very little and calibre regular light. I can use this one and okay, so we can copy and keep pasting. No, I think that's enough. So I'm going to apply justification so that the text I placed it could look much better, and let's make it to the center of the letterhead, and the watermark should be in the center of the letterhead. That's great. So now I'm going to pick this one. So let's get rid of, let's copy this first. Copy here. I don't need the shadow. Let's select the background and come to the appearance panel. So you can find here, if you really want to get rid of the shadow, so you can go and choose appearance panel. Here you can select the shadow and then delete. Okay, so select, copy. Now I'm going back to the Photoshop. Okay, here let's switch off this and paste. Okay, let's fit it. Actually there's a difference of the mockup size and the letter size. Our letter size that we have created, both are not being matched actually. So I'm going to enlarge according to me. Okay, let's press Ctrl S to save and check what's going on here actually. So this is how our designing is looking like. So this is how we can present to the client. Let's place business card. Okay, I'm going back to the Illustrator. Okay, here we can choose let's select both and copy. I'm gonna remove drop shadow. Let's go to the appearance panel. Here we can choose select and delete. Same here, select and delete. Okay, I'm going to copy both together, copy, and I'm going back to the Photoshop. Okay, so I think this is the basic business card. Front, let's change the front here. Paste. Okay, Control T. We have to fit it here. Okay, Control S to save. Let's check. Okay, it is looking okay, but it is looking so blurry. There's a flaw with this business card, actually, business card mockup. So let's get back to here and change back side. Actually, it is too much small, that's why it is happening. Paste. Okay, let's enlarge this. Okay, like so. Select, slightly move to the right, save and check. We have to see at the, I think it's okay. We can change up here. Let's see, try how they look. Okay, so here size is perfect. Okay, it has been fit perfectly. Press S. Great. Lighting, colors, everything looking great in this mockup. It's great. So select change on this as well. Paste. Now we need to utilize the back this time. Okay, now let's check. Yeah, of course this is good. So let's close this window. We don't need this window right now anymore. Here we can now also use let's double click, paste. So enlarge this. Sometimes we can face some mockup size difference. So okay, that means we need to find such mockup which could work much better. So here you can see looking nice, but the line which we are seeing here, it is not looking very good actually. We have to do something to make it visible actually. No, we don't have to distort it. Let's do it like so. Let's check out once how it is looking on. Yeah, great, it's okay. So now we need to change this one. Let's click on here and let's change it. We need this side. Control S to save it and check. I think it's here. So here we go. I think it's quite well. So what we can do is select all the layers and press Ctrl Shift Alt E to merge them, and Ctrl click and copy. Now we need to paste in Illustrator. Let's go back to the Illustrator. So here we have to paste. Okay, keep it aside and let's go back to Photoshop. So let's come here in this mockup, select all the layer. We have to perform the same, merge and copy. Let's get back to Illustrator, then paste here. Okay, let's go back to Photoshop. We need to copy this one. Looks like everything looking dull over here, so we can make some change. Let's check what we can do. If you are finding this mockup is not relevant to you, it is messing up with everything, so you can go and look for another mockup. I'm trying to make it best. Okay, so first let's merge them. Here press Ctrl L. Now it is looking little perfect. Okay, so copy this one, copy, and let's get back to the Illustrator. Paste. So here you can create artboard around this. Take it up. I think enough. That's enough. I think envelope is missing over here. So what we can do is, so we can add an envelope directly from here. This one, I think. So let's copy this and place here. Center. Even what we can do is take, so here we can have separate logo. Sorry, let's copy this out, enlarge this, ungroup from here, copy and paste. Select the holistic. Have a gap. So now here we can create a PDF. We can save it as a PDF actually. You can save it as a PDF and you can present it to the client. So client can see what you have done. Okay. And this is going to be our presentation, final presentation, and the final working file would go like this. These are going to be very final working file, this which you have to give to the client as a Illustrator file, AI, as a EPS. Okay, so we better to remove these files from that. Get this one and these plus here we have to do some work. We have to enlarge size. Here we need to enlarge the size better, like so, and like this. Oh, what we can do instead, we can select the line, then can move, so that it cannot be disturbed, it will remain intact. Select these three and then like so. So our total artwork going to be trimmed from here actually. Okay, and this one go like this. So this is how you have to do first, and then provide this working file to the client. Same here you have to do with the with envelope. So extend it up to the bleed area. Same here, same here. Select the line and move. Here, select the line and move. Okay. Select 3 line and then make it touch to the bleed area. Same here, you have to make it touch to the bleed area. So these are the final working file that you have to provide to the client. Okay, this one in case of letterhead, this one in case of envelope, and horizontal business card and the vertical business card. These files are just for presentation to convince the client. Okay, so that's all for this video. I hope you like this video. I found it very informative and practically strong. So thank you very much. I'm gonna see you in the next video with some new concept. Thank you. Bye. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you found this video very informative to you, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe my channel right now if you didn't subscribe. And do let me know what you have learned from today's video by commenting in the comment box. And also go through my older video in the same series. I'm gonna see you in the next video of mine with new concept. Thank you. Be safe. Bye.